Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Yakakwadash. Double honors, of course, go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who through the Holy Spirit continue to give us this truth. All right. This is Nama with the DC camp. And wow, this is another one of these signs that the elites don't give a fuck. All right. They're showing their horns, they're showing their teeth. Well, more their horns now. The teeth, trust me, are coming. Uh, but things like this, they're putting it right in your face, letting you know who they truly worship, who their God actually is, despite what they've been lying to you and telling you their God is. All right? Their God is not the God of the Hebrews. And for you simple-minded so-called Negroes, apparently you still don't get it. All right? These churches, these pastors that lead these churches were set up to deceive you. As long as I can keep you unaware of who you are and therefore calling upon your power, that's just it. You're powerless. I can do with you what you want. All right? They're aware of, hey, read Judith, the 5th chapter. They're aware that if we're on the same, that we're in tune with our power, it's a wrap. All right? So we are a danger to the establishment, literally. All right? And the elites know this. All right? Anyway, this says protesters gather after satanic display installed inside Illinois Statehouse before the holidays. This is like Thursday of last week. All right? Right before that holiday, so-called. It says demonstrators gathered inside the Illinois State House to protest a display put up Monday by the Satanic Temple of Illinois in the Capitol Rotunda just days before Christmas. Another sign that why would you let something like that go on? But yet, those people pretending to be us over in the land of Israel, according to them, and people that support them, this is supposed to be the kingdom. So how can you have a satanic... Wow. The display features a sculpture. If you would, let me pause right here. If you would just thank people, and try to open your eyes. Just try and think. Wait a minute. I've been reading the Bible for years, some of you for decades, and you still don't get it, letting you know. This is not about how much you read, your so-called level of comprehension. You get all these degrees and all these other accolades. It has nothing to do with that. It was always a spiritual and is a spiritual book. Therefore, it was only meant for a spiritual people, i.e. the Israelites. Anyway, continuing on, it says the display features a sculpture of an infant version of the goat-like satanic deity Baphomet in celebration of the satanic holiday Sol Invictus. The State Journal Register reported the group set the baby Baphomet sculpture beside the nativity scene. A Christmas tree and a menorah. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me read this again. You people are so fucking... The group set the baby Baphomet sculpture beside the nativity scene. A Christmas tree, which we know that's Babylonian and Sumerian and all those other pre-Egyptian cultures. And a menorah at the Statehouse Rotunda. That's a big middle finger, bent over with showing their behind in your face. Any other disrespectful sign you can think of. All right. It says the group's members said Baphomet represents plurality. Oh, yeah, it does. All right. Unity, compassion, and empathy, which is bullshit. But, you know. It says the display is meant to represent positive values. Wow. Wow. They put it right in your face because they know a lot of you are not even going to bother to even look it up. Oh, that doesn't look right, but oh well, they get it next to Christmas. Oh, I guess they know what they're doing, and that's the typical, at least Jake. It says the American Society for the Defense of Tradition. What did I say in my last couple of videos about that T word? That's why a lot of you Jakes, you get into trouble following somebody else's traditions. But that's the story of Israel. All sorts of idolatry. Alright, fornication, both literal and figurative. And what I mean by that, not only you're into the physical aspect of it, but the spiritual aspect of it. Alright? And that's a big no-no. Alright, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Alright, it says family and property kneel and recite the rosary. Actually, let me start over. It says the American Society for the Defense of Tradition, family and property kneeled and recited the rosary and displayed signs that read, Satan has no rights. Add, begone, Satan. Next to the nativity scene, religious news service reported. Republican gubernatorial candidate State Senator Darren Bailey and his wife Cindy attended the protest. And we know they're only in it for, politics. That's why anything goes in this motherfucker. Yeah, well, why is this even an issue? That's my point. If this was such a God-fearing society, all right, along with everything else that goes on in this wicked-ass place. He says, we have all been appalled by some of Springfield's extreme and evil legislation, but just when we thought it couldn't get worse, they are going to allow a satanic display in your rotunda at the Capitol. Their evil satanic display of the baby Baphomet, meant to mock the millions of Christians in Illinois, is vile and has no place in our state capital. And I must say here that, not that I'm getting real upset, because this is America. This is Babylon the Great. This is the place of confusion. I'm simply pointing out that for you people that put so much faith in this wicked-ass place, here it is, you let stuff like this just get by you. Things that you would think that actually would mean something to you. Oh, but I forgot. You're marching with BLM. You're down with the alphabet people. What was I thinking? Anyway, it says Bishop Thomas Paprocki of the Diocese, oh, here we go, these motherfuckers, of Springfield condemned the display in a November 30 statement, saying it should not. Wait a minute, hold on. Who the hell is he? This is, wow. And some of you people just not going to get it. This is Mark 3. And let's see, where will I start? Round 23. I guess I will. 22. And the scribes which came down from Jerusalem said, He hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of the devils casteth he out devils. And he called them unto him, the he, of course, is Yahweh Shai, and said unto them in parables, How can Satan cast out Satan? And this is this Roman fucking Catholic, the false prophet. Alright, where do you think all these churches are the way they are now? Because the head in Rome, and all these little branches, all these little tentacles that protrude from it, represent these different fucking churches. You got your Baptists, you got your Methodists, you got all these other denominations, alright? None of them agree on anything. It's nothing but a bunch of confusion. Anyway, it says, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, which this place is getting more and more divided by the day, it says that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against Satan himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right. So who the hell are they to tell? Wow, man. It's like, anyway, let's see. Anyway, this bishop said it should have no place in this capital or any other place. All right. So related, it says Seventh Circuit rules courthouse can display nativity scene. See? And it was the Associate Justice, what was her name? Sotomayor. She made a comment. Oh, I guess it's been about 4 months ago. Now time passes so fast. But she said the upcoming rulings, and this is, I'm paraphrasing, but the point being, she said, a lot of these decisions that are going to come down the pike, the majority of you not going to agree with, letting you know that they already know what's coming. They're just going to rubber stamp it. All right. He says, Minister Adam, a leader of the Satanic, a leader of the Satanic Temple of Illinois, called the bishop's remarks out of left field and divisive. Religious News Service report. He said the group wanted to join in on the Capitol's diverse range of religious symbols and displays, and that's the point. Why is there a diverse range of religious symbols and displays? Why? Just like over there in the Holy Land, it's all divided. That's prophecy, letting you know we're not in the kingdom. The Satanic Temple's Director of Campaign Operations, Eric Halion, anyway, said the goal is for the community to appreciate a diverse range of beliefs and cultures. Many religions present symbols of their faith at the Capitol. Rather than view these as competing displays, we want the community to appreciate the rich, diverse tapestry of beliefs and cultures, which goes against what the Most High wants. This is Genesis 11th chapter all over again, and you stupid-ass Christians, so-called, can't seem to understand that. The Most High never wanted everybody to come together. Israel in and of itself was supposed to be separated as part of the definition of holy. You're supposed to be separate from all this other bullshit. But again, what did the Israelites do, and why are we still getting our asses handed to us? Was because we want to be like everybody else and join in on the supposed fun. At camp the other day, brother brought up the Jeremiah 44th chapter. All right. So yeah, that's all I had on this. It's just, let me read this last, second to last paragraph. It says the state of Illinois is required by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution to allow temporary public display in the state capitol so long as these displays are not paid for by taxpayer dollars. Because the first floor of the Capitol Rotunda is a public place, state officials cannot legally censor the content of speech or displays. The United States Supreme Court has held that public officials may legally impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions regarding displays of speech, but no regulation can be based on the content of the speech. But I bet, I can pretty much guarantee if we would go up there and place some signs up there with Yahweh Shai as he actually is described by the scriptures, and the heavenly host, I bet that won't stand. Hey, so with that, shalom.